It's the Crafty Nana in her arts and crafts studio.
Good afternoon. So I'm going to attempt, and I do say attempt, to make a Wednesday jewellery catch-up video, but it will very much depend on my 3 assistants. For last week my cat was very much in evidence. Jean-Claude really does like to get in on the act. He really likes to be filmed and to be part of it. But now I have the 3 baby crows. His nose is out of joint, and the crows are the loudest. They're so loud. And getting anything done at the moment is just... And now they've taken over my life. But I'll be going away soon, so my daughter will have to take over once she gets back from Vietnam. So in the meantime, I'm going to attempt this. Let's hope. I've just tried to give them enough food that they will quieten down for a bit and stop shouting at me, constantly demanding. So let's have a little look at how we did finishing off the bits I showed you last week. Although some of them aren't finished, but most of them are finished, and some bits that I'm going to start working on. So with no further ado, let's have a look. First off, I'm quite pleased with this. This was the gold beetle that I did with the heat transformed gold leaf. The earrings were just roundels. On hooks. I turned them upside down. I put pins on the back, and I then put drops on, and I think they look a lot cooler. I think this whole set is really wow now. This was an old vintage button, and I painted the white bit, and then I just added a lovely thin drop on the bottom, and I think the whole thing looks great. Really pleased with that. Very pleased. Now, next one is the Egyptian style. And I was looking up, just because I'm a very nosy person that's always interested in stuff, when and how many Egyptian revivals there had been. And it said that there had been 3 main Egyptian revivals. When Napoleon Bonaparte opened up in I think it was about 1781, opened up the routes through into Asia, there was a big arrival of Egyptian influence and quite a lot of architecture. Then there was the actual opening of the Suez Canal, which meant a lot of people could get to that part of the world. See, taking liberties. Absolutely taking liberties. No better than the cat, just as bad as the cat. Do you want to come and sit on me? Yeah, you want to come? Oh, yeah, all right, come here. Don't grab that. Okay, calm. Right. So, what was I? Yes, so when the Suez Canal was opened up and people could get to that part of the world, again there was another revival. And then in 1922, when they actually opened Tutankhamun's tomb and found all the treasures, there was a huge revival then, which really kicked off the whole Art Nouveau design. It was like the thing that pushed it into going in that direction. So those were the first 3, but I also feel that, well, certainly from my point of view, because I'm British, that we had another one in 1972 when the Tutankhamun exhibition came to the British Museum in 1972, and I went. There were I think it was 1.69 million people went to that exhibition. And I can remember lots of people wearing the Nefertiti necklaces with the bits of faux mother of pearl. And I mean, I remember there really was an Egyptian revival at that point as well. So now, ooh, calm down. Okay, I'm going to probably get pooed on any minute. I've got pooed on my head already this morning. Not fun, not fun. So yes, no, it's pulling my hair clip. It would be the one that's got a thing for my hair. Like it's eating my hair. Stop it. Anyway, yes, so I'll try to ignore it. I've just tried to ignore it. So yes, so I'm having my own little revival. And as I said, the pieces by Cartier that came out for the movie Frankenstein were so beautiful, and I think it sort of sent people down that route as well. Now, the big beetle, I mixed it with the carnelians and the beautiful flecked glass. I've made matching earrings, which I think are really rather lovely. Just simple ones. I put little gold-plated discs between, and a little dangle with the carnelian beads as well. I think this one is really lovely. And this, again, this was the heat-treated leaf, gold leaf. So I think that one came out really nicely. I made little simple earrings, as I said I would, to go with this one. And again, I'm very pleased with them. I don't think it needed a lot. It's such an over-the-top piece, but I think that those will just work beautifully with it. This one, I did this a long time ago now, but I hadn't got round to putting the bands of little sparkles. I didn't want to use these big heavy ones that I used on the necklace because I tried to keep my earrings as light as I possibly can. So I literally just glued a little line of gems on each of the earrings just to match them up. And I love that piece. So that's now that earrings are more wearable for me, I'm happy. I get upset when things aren't finished and I can't wear them. Right, let's have a look over here. So this one, I finished the earrings. Two little close-up little studs now that will go with that absolutely perfectly. Really delighted with those. I think they will be fun and funky. Now, this one, the green bug, green tiger beetle. I've put in with this beautiful green agate, and I think it looks really nice. And I was thinking just to have some agate beads dropping down, similar to I did on this one. But then I thought, if I put it with these earrings here, I could then add some sparkle down there. Do we think that's silly, or do we think that works? It would make it a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more funky. I think it would be fun. So I am tempted. I'm definitely tempted. Now, in this basket here, I have the things I am currently working on. So I haven't finished this one yet, but I have plans for it. And I think they involve some bits and pieces being added on. And I think that it'll be very nice. So I think that these will go, and it will be in a matching style to this, and probably have some of those little pearls as well. So that's happening. These are bits of glass that I've slumped that I'm going to play with. Haven't quite decided how yet, but I am enjoying myself doing them. And these, I'm certainly having fun working out how I'm going to redo this set here. So still things that I'm playing with. There's always more things to play with. Things that I look at and just think, well, I'd never wear it. And sometimes it's because they've got a metal chain that's got too dirty and old or lost all its plating and now affects my skin. Many reasons we stop using things. And if we can make those things right so that we can use them, it's all to the good. All to the good. Sorry, he's started again now. That's the little baby one. He's quite a lot younger than these two. These two, I don't think will be too long before I can release them. But the little one, he's a lot smaller, a lot younger, and his tail feathers not coming in so well. It's a bit manky. So yes, I'm having to shower them and bath them as well every single day because they're grubby. And the two big ones are really rotten. When they've had their dinner, they wipe their beaks all over the little one. Never mind. Anyway, so that's where I am with the jewellery. I would talk about all sorts of other things and show you more stuff, but under the circumstances, I think we're going to cut it short. Oh my life at the moment. I'm going to go off and do my prize giving tomorrow, so I'm going to be wearing an outfit that I modelled this week, but you probably won't see it for a little while. But it's a beautiful print silk chiffon dress, which is absolutely lovely, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, all good at the moment. Oh, that was just out of the corner of my eye. I've just seen something that I didn't show you. So this is a vintage brooch, lost its pin. I can't even remember whether this is something that I found second hand or whether it's something that actually came from my mother. I really can't remember, but I think I'm going to put it with these amber coloured bees, which are also a brooch, and I think I might make it into a necklace, because I do wear brooches more than, do wear necklaces more than I wear brooches, because you tend to wear lighter fabrics when you live in a hot country. When you're wearing lighter fabrics, you do not want to be putting too many heavy brooches on them because it'll rip your fabric. I think these two are a really nice blend. Something funky here, nice chain, maybe more beads. You know what I'm like, I will add, but I think this is going to be another piece. Just because I can't help myself. I am wearing bee earrings today. I love these bees. They're very cute. They've got nice dangles. I hope my birds don't notice the dangles because they'll want to be eating those. I was trying to make some earring stands out of polymer clay, but I was using green polymer clay, and I was rolling it, and it was looking distinctly like worms or caterpillars, and it was driving the birds mad because they just wanted to eat them. It's a bit of a battle there, Anyway, my dears, thank you for joining this crazy crafty nana. Do I get worse? Am I getting more batty with age? I think I probably am. Anyway, doesn't matter. I shall get on now. I've got other things to do, and then I've got dinner to cook, so more feeding from the sounds coming from here. So I'll get on and feed these babies, and I'll see you all at the weekend. Bye for now, from the crafty nana with masses of love and crows. What can I say? Bye.
If you enjoyed this video,
Come out of my
please
hair.
like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend.
No, you don't want to get back in. You don't want to get back in. No, you don't. Come on, look. Not doing this. It's very hard when you've got curly hair, I'll tell you. Right, it's caught in my hair clip. So the hair clip's got to come out. Thank you. Beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. Yes, you are. You're a beautiful bird. and I love you dearly. Right, go back with your brothers. Go on. Or sisters, they could be with, go back to the birds. There you are.